Good afternoon, everyone. Online 11 and 12 faculty induction program, UGC HRDC, Dr. Bhavsaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, seminar on introduction of psychology by Dr. Bhagwat Ankush Karadkar, roll number 11, assistant professor in perspective in education, Vasantrao Naik, College of Education, Jalna. History of psychology, Aristotle before 30 BC, Greek naturalist and philosopher who theorized about learning, memory, motivation, emotion, perception, and personality. Then Charles Darwin, 1850, studied the evolution of finches and expanse history. His study to include humans opposed religious teachings of the time by suggesting that man was a common ancestor to lower species. Then, birth of psychology, William Wundt is called as father of psychology. 1879, he spread 1879, he born Leipzig at Germany. Intended to make psychology a reputable science. Many many American psychologists eventually went on to the study in Leipzig. William Wundt, also father of psychology. Most of his experiments on sensation and perception did not think that high order mental process could be studied experimentally. Trained in medicine and philosophy, wrote many books about psychology, philosophy, ethics, and logic. Then, American Psychological Association, as, as called as APA, founded in 1892, the governing body of all research not conducted by universities. Then, G. Stanley Hall, first president of the APA, established the first psychological lab in the US in 1883 at Johns Hopkins University. Started the American Psychological Journal 1887, now the American Journal of Psychology. Then can you read this? This is because the human mind does not read every letter itself, but the world as a whole. Amazing. Oh. Introspection, looking inward at one's own mental process, because it is not objective, it feels miserable. E.B. Kirchner, he once student, then thoughts of Cornell University studied nature of mental experience. He structuralism analyze sentences, images, and feelings into their most basic elements. Then William James is spread 1842 to 1910. He claimed that searching for building blocks was a waste of time because brain and mind are constantly changing, focused on functions. Functionalism, underlying causes and practical consequences of certain behaviors and mental strategies, stream of consciousness, expanded psychology to animal behavior. Electric, Electicism, utilization of diverse theories and schools of thoughts. Music, no single approach can create the whole picture. unlikely for psychology to ever have a unifying pragmatism. Grand theories replaced by more specific ones. Present day psychology, behavioristic theory expanded psychology into many groups that could not be studied by introspection. All behavior is observable and measurable, abandoned mentalism for behaviorism. Behaviorism, Ivan Pavlov, 1849 to 1936, his prayer, Russian experimenter who showed automatic involuntary behavior in learned responses to specific stimuli in the environment created classical conditioning. Behaviorism, John Watson, 1983. Psychology can never be as objective as chemistry or biology. Psychology can never be as objective as chemistry or biology. Consciousness is not that easy. I can take a child and make him into anything, a bigger, a doctor, a thief. Behaviorism, B.F. Skinner, 1950, dismissed the importance of inherited traits and instincts about human behavior. Private events can be studied as long as they are treated as a form of behavior. Many experiments with learning and memory believed that all behavior is a result of rewards and punishment in the past. Behavioristic theory, social learning theory, how people acquire the behaviors by observing and imitating others. Modeling, criticism, excluded all behavior that cannot be seen. All behavior cannot be explained by rewards and punishment. Treat people like robots at if they have no free will. Psychoanalytic theory. All behavior is meaningful and much of it is controlled by digging below the surface to uncover the roots of personality. Sigmund Freud, the man. Psychoanalytic theory. Sigmund Freud, 1856-1936, studied neurology but wanted to be a medical research force into being a private psychiatrist. Become convinced that patients difficulties were due to mental rather than physical problems. Proposed that this distress due to problems that date back to childhood. Sigmund Freud, Freud, psychoanalytic Freud's method for treating people with emotional problems, pre-association, unconsciousness. Nearly all of our impulses are sexual and aggressive in nature because we cannot accept them in our conscious thoughts, find their expression into dreams, sleeps of the tongue that appear as accident and even jokes. Psychoanalytic theory in interpretation of dream 19 sold 60 copies in 8 years. Today sell millions every year. Aggressive energy, basic human instinct logged in unconscious. The duty of society is to get people to channel their aggressive energy into productive activity. If not, aggression is released and violence activities occur. Psychoanalytic theory, hidden desires. I start that people are supposed of hidden desires unresolved conflicts. If these occur in childhood, this will cause fixations in the later life. Psychoanalytic theory, first stage, oral birth 1 year, three personalities, ego, superego, what's desires, basic primal instincts, pleasure principle, ego, reality principle, superego, conscious mind, do not right think. Psychoanalytic theory criticism does not focus on observable behavior, negative viewpoint of mankind because actions are provoked by unconscious. Thoughts cannot be scientifically proven or disproven. Ignores political and social explanations of people's problems. Currently, focus on perceptions, memories, and thinking in our unconscious. Humanistic theory 1956 to 6 emphasize free will, people not completely ruled by environment or past experience, able to control one's own choice and destiny to achieve full human potential. Humanistic theory Abraham Maslow, hierarchy of needs. People's struggle is to be the best they possible can known as self-actualization. Carl Rogers, former minister, believed all people strive for perfection. Some reputed by a bad environment. Humanistic theory, human potential, everyone striving to reach their highest potential. Criticism believes all people are good and that people have the ability to heal themselves too. Value more of philosophy for life than a psychology by psychophysical, neurological. Seeks to understand the nervous system, all actions, feelings associated with the nervous system. William Moon expected psychology to rest almost solely on anatomy and biology, interested in how bodily events interact with events in the external environment to produce perception, memory, and behavior. Roger Sperry won Nobel Prize for his split brain research. Biopsychological nervous system responsible for our behavior, specifically abnormal and immediate responses. Anatomy biology solely responsible for human behavior. Criticism ignores mental process, explains too little of human behavior, rejects environment influences. Cognitive theory thinking how mental thoughts affect behavior. Humanism gives rise to the cognitive theory. Studies how we attain, pursue, think, remember, solve problems, and arrive at belief. Know what's going on in people's heads first, then applies it to their behavior. Jean Piaget studies children's cognitive development. Thank you.